Have you ever wondered why only 1% of Fiverr's 3.4 million sellers make over $100,000 annually? While millions dream of freelance success, a small group consistently lands high paying clients and builds thriving businesses. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on their secrets. And trust me, they're not what you think. Fiverr isn't just another freelance platform. It's a goldmine of opportunity if you know how to work it right. Think location independent income, choosing your clients, and building a brand that pays. That's why today I'll take you to how to be successful on Fiverr. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. But first, let's get real about the challenges that make 99% of Fiverr sellers struggle. First up, the competition is brutal. With over 50 new sellers joining every hour, standing out feels like trying to be heard at a rock concert. I've seen talented designers, writers, and developers get lost in the sea of $5 gigs, wondering why their superior skills aren't translating into sales. Then there's the pricing paradox. Too slow and you're working yourself to exhaustion for pocket change, and too high and crickets chirp in your inbox. Most sellers don't realize they're stuck in this middle ground where they're neither competitive nor premium. Client acquisition? That's where things get really interesting. The Fiverr algorithm feels like a black box, and many sellers waste months using outdated SEO tactics that haven't worked since 2020. Meanwhile, potential clients scroll past their gigs because they've missed crucial psychological triggers that make buyers click. And here's the kicker. Most freelancers are playing checkers while successful sellers are playing chess. They focused on vanity metrics like views instead of conversion rates, waste time on service level gig optimizations when they should be building a client acquisition system. And they missed the biggest opportunity of all, turning one-time buyers into long-term clients. Now, how about we dive into the strategies that separate Fiverr champions from the ramen noodles for dinner crowd? And trust me, I've eaten enough instant noodles in my early freelancing days to know the difference. First, let's talk about your gig listing, or your digital storefront. Think of it like a Tinder profile, but instead of landing dates, you're landing clients. Just like you wouldn't use a blurry bathroom selfie as your dating profile pic, you can't just slap together a generic gig description and expect clients to swipe right. Here's what actually works in 2024. Videos. Yes, I said it. Gigs with video presentations get 220% more engagement. Not comfortable on camera? Well, you can just think of it like having stage fright at a kindergarten play. The audience is just happy you showed up. Your profile optimization is next, and it's where most sellers accidentally cosplay as invisible ninjas. The top 1% of sellers understand that their Fiverr profile is like a Hollywood movie trailer. You've got to hook them in the first 7 seconds. Here's a mind-blowing statistic. Profiles with industry-specific portfolios, which means not just generic work samples, convert 380% better. Next, let's talk about the secret sauce. Pricing psychology. You know that feeling when you come across a $1 burger and think, what kind of mystery meat is this? That's how clients feel about your $5 gig. The sweet spot? My research across 1,000 plus successful sellers show that starting at $27 to $47 actually increases orders. Why? Because pricing is a signal. And right now, you're probably sending the I'm desperate signal instead of the I'm professional one. You can't also forget about communication, because this is where the magic really happens. You know how your mom can tell you're lying just by your tone? Clients have the same superpower with generic messages. The top performers on Fiverr don't just respond, they demonstrate expertise in every interaction. And here's a wild fact: sellers who respond within 2 hours with customized messages see a 160% higher conversion rate. It's like being the only person at a party who actually listens instead of waiting for their turn to talk. And here's something nobody talks about: the power of micro specialization. Instead of being a graphic designer, successful sellers become the SaaS company logo specialist or the health food brand identity expert. It's like being the only vegetarian restaurant in a city full of steakhouses. You might serve fewer people, but those who need you really need you. And do you want to know what really separates six-figure sellers from the rest? Systems. They treat their Fiverr business like a well-oiled machine, not a hobby farm. Every successful seller I've studied has three core systems. First is the conversion engine, a semi-automated way to turn profile visitors into buyers using strategic upsells and package structuring. One seller increased their average order value by 340% just by restructuring their packages to include what clients actually want, not what they think they want. Second is the quality control fortress: templates, checklists, and processes that ensure 5-star reviews while working less. Think of it as your personal quality bouncer, keeping drama out and satisfaction in. And finally, the referral reactor, a simple but powerful system for turning one-time buyers into brand ambassadors. And here's a fun fact: 62% of top sellers get over half their orders from repeat clients or referrals. It's like having a sales team that works for free. But here's the plot twist: these systems only work if you understand the psychology behind them. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Like that one friend who always seems to be on vacation, but somehow makes more money than everyone else. That's what we're aiming for. I recently worked with a freelance writer who was struggling to break $1,000 per month. After implementing these systems, particularly the micro specialization strategy, she now makes $15,000 monthly writing only for cybersecurity companies. The best part? She works fewer hours than before because she's not constantly switching contexts between different industries. Remember, Fiverr success isn't about luck or timing. It's about strategy and systems. It's about being the person who brings a GPS to a maze while everyone else is using a crayon-drawn map. And trust me, after seeing thousands of freelancers transform their businesses, I can tell you that the difference between struggling and thriving often comes down to these exact principles we're discussing. And as a little bonus, here's the golden nugget that transformed my own Fiverr journey and has helped countless others break through: the momentum method. While everyone obsesses over getting their first order, successful sellers focus on turning their first 5 orders into their first 50. Here's why this is revolutionary. Think of your Fiverr profile like a snowball rolling downhill. Those first few reviews, they're not just feedback. They're your reputation's nuclear fuel. Here's the mind-blowing part: Fiverr profiles with just 5-star reviews convert 11 times better than profiles without reviews. But here's the secret nobody tells you: it's not just about getting reviews, it's about orchestrating them. I call it review stacking, and it's how my students consistently reach top seller status. You strategically complete smaller, easier projects first so you can build a foundation of positive reviews before taking on larger, more complex orders. It's like building a skyscraper. You need a solid foundation before adding those luxury penthouses. But here's where it gets really interesting, and something I've never shared before. The algorithm actually weighs your first 10 reviews more heavily than your next 100. It's like your Fiverr profile's DNA is being written in those early days. I discovered this pattern after analyzing 500 plus successful sellers' trajectories. The sellers who strategically planned their first 10 projects grew 300% faster than those who took random orders. And let me share an example. Jesse, one of my students, used review stacking to go from zero to hero in just 60 days. She started with 5 $20 logo designs for local businesses she knew would be easy to please. Then, she did 3 $50 projects for small startups, and by project 9 and 10, she was charging $200 per logo. And here's the kicker. Clients were happy to pay for it because her profile screamed premium designer thanks to her strategic review collection. What I'm trying to say is that the path to Fiverr success isn't a mystery. It's a methodology. From strategic pricing and micro-specialization to building your review foundation. Every step we've covered today is part of a proven system. Remember, the platform isn't saturated. The mediocre middle is. So rise above it and implement these strategies, then you can watch your freelance career soar. Also, what's the craziest client request you've ever received on Fiverr? And how did you handle it? Share your story below and let's look at them together. And well, that's basically how to be successful on Fiverr. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And hey, it seems that YouTube thinks that the next video can completely transform your financial situation. Watch it to find out what did I correct. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.